Right. Okay, so I think it is working now. Yes, it looks fine. Okay, good. So actually, we're finishing Unit 4. Yes, and we've actually finished it. That means today we are going to do some revision, yes, and we'll remember all the things that we learned in Unit 3 and 4 of our course. Yes, 3 and 4 parts. And yes, today is revision, today is some practice, nothing new, but just the practice what we've already learned. Yes, and of course I'm going to give you a test of the homework to try it out and see how you managed with that. And we are going to start with some grammar today, and we'll focus on past simple, past perfect, simple past perfect, continuous. Yeah, so all the past forms. First, Yekaterin, let's try to remember how do we form them. So if it is past simple, how do you form it?
The verb
Mhm.
with ed
Yes,
or
and
the
if
second form.
exactly, totally right. If it is past perfect, how do you form it?
Past perfect.
Mhm.
Had
Yes, very good. And
and
verb,
verb in the third form
yes. Uh-huh. Or ed if it is regular.
already.
Yes. Very good. And then in the task, we also have past perfect continuous.
Had been
Yes.
verb with ing.
Okay, brilliant. Very, very good. Okay, let's also remember the situations we have to use these forms. So past simple, in what situation would you use it?
The action
Mhm.
in the past.
Yes. One singular completed action. Yes, completed action in the past. Yes. Okay. How about past perfect? When did past perfect happen?
One completed action
Mhm.
before another action.
Before past simple, usually. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Action or completed. You are right to speak to say completed action before past simple. Yes, I agree. And a past perfect continuous, that is
Prolonging action in the
mhm.
past.
Yes, I'll write process. Uh, but what's the thing? When did this process or this long action finish?
When finished
Mm-hmm.
in the past.
Yes, and it is before past simple. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so it always has to be before past simple. Process before past simple. Right, simple. Sorry. Yes, the idea of past perfect and past perfect continuous is to show that it was happening before past simple. Yes, so they
Yes.
were even earlier. Okay, Yekaterin, totally right. Here we'll have a little story about Thailand. And I'd like you to read the story to yourself. Try to complete the story with the correct forms. Yes, you need to use past simple, past perfect, or past perfect continuous. Take your time and tell me when you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready.
Yes, okay, let's see. Let's read it together to find out what the forms are. Let's go.
Мгм. Last year, I went to Thailand with a bunch of mates.
Мгм.
Я сначала не поняла, что это такое, но потом поняла из контекста. Это вот как дословно? Как группы товарищей?
Группой друзей. Bunch of mates, it is very informal, yes? So bunch is a little group. Mates, that means friends. Yeah, so bunch of mates means group of friends. Okay? But
Мгм.
it is
Мгм.
informal. Yes, Ekaterina, you need to remember it is informal. Ага.
We were all broke students, but we had managed
Ага.
to save enough for a 3-week trip.
Yes, okay, very good. Why had managed?
Because they firstly they managed the
Mhm.
money, and then they
Uh-huh.
go
When?
out went
Yes, we
out
went
went
to
out
Thailand. That's
went
right. And here is also a really good word, broke. We were all broke students. What is broke?
бедные.
Yes, very poor. Broke actually is translated like на мели. Вообще без денег. Yes, broke students. Yes, they didn't have any money. All right.
On the first night, we stayed in this hostel that my sister had recommended.
Good.
Mhm. It was cheap but nice. We were looking forward to a good night's sleep because we had been traveling all day.
Okay, very good.
But we had to go out for some fun first.
Nice.
We went to a few bars and then headed back. А вот что такое headed back?
Head means to go somewhere. Yes,
Да?
направляться куда-то. Head somewhere. Yes, where are you heading? Куда ты направляешься?
То есть мы пошли, зашли несколько баров, а потом вернулись назад.
Направились обратно, да? То есть они еще пока что
Направились.
не вернулись, направились. Окей.
It was then that Liam, who we had trusted. А trust это неправильный глагол или правильный?
Regular, trusted.
Had trusted to look after the keys,
Мгм.
realized he didn't have them.
Yes. Okay.
We had been dancing in one of the bars and they
Мгм.
fall
Ага. Had been dancing, you think, yes?
fallen.
Okay. Fall fell, yes. Fallen. Exactly. What form do you choose?
They or had fallen.
Мгм.
Had fallen, наверное.
Had fallen, okay. All right.
Had fallen out of his pocket.
Мгм.
We hammered on the door of the hostel, but no one answered.
Мгм.
After half an hour, we gave up.
Okay.
We remembered that we
Мгм.
had seen a park on our way from the station.
Мгм.
We went there and slept on the benches.
Yes.
In the morning, we went back to the hostel and discovered
Мгм.
that the main door hadn't been locked.
Yes. Such an unlucky case. Yes. Yekaterina, as for we had been dancing, I would personally say we had danced because we are not interested in the process, but the fact we had been dancing. Yeah, it's actually right. So I think both options are possible. Have a look. More than one option is sometimes possible. Yeah. So I'd say had danced, had been dancing is also good. Here is another nice word. We hammered on the door. How do you understand hammered?
Колотили.
Yes, very, yeah, they knocked very, very hard. Okay, good. Such an unlucky case, actually, yes, on holiday. could you please think about any travel or any trip you went on and tell me about it? It can be lucky or unlucky situation. Yes, on holiday, it's up to you. But I will ask you to think of past simple, past perfect, and past perfect continuous forms. Yes, I will give you a minute to think. Maybe you would like to take some notes. Yes, but don't write the whole thing. Yeah, just ideas, right? Mm-hmm.
It
Done?
is difficult to write, and I think it will be expressed.
Okay, okay. Yes, I wanted you just to get ideas, right, and just make a plan, maybe. Okay, Yekaterin, go ahead.
Once all our family headed for the rest to the seaside.
Mm-hmm.
It was Turkey, Bile.
Okay.
And it was family hotel considered for all ages of children. It had a area for teenagers, for the middle children, and for the very small children.
Mhm.
And our elder son, he found the friends
Mhm.
immediately, and he didn't even see him for the whole day, and we didn't know what he had been doing
Mhm.
the whole day, and we met him only in the evening.
Mhm.
So in the 5 or 6 days, или через, как
In, yes, in 5 or
да,
6 days. Uh-huh.
he told us
Mhm.
as a secret that they with his friend, так, сейчас вспомню слово, не могу вспомнить, залезать,
Get into?
ага, that they had got into the high roof of
Тогда
the
climbed. Yes?
да, точно, вот,
Мгм.
ага. He had climbed
Мгм.
on the high roof of the building. This
Okay.
hotel had a very high building, about 9 or 10 floors,
Мгм.
and they had climbed on it, on the roof. Of
Мгм.
course, we were shocked,
Мгм.
and we wanted to forbid forbid them to walk without the parents, but of course
Мгм.
possible. And so he promised us not to repeat it,
Okay.
but in the evening we didn't see him again, and he decided to следить,
To watch?
to watch. And my husband and our youngest son in the cage, he was very small,
Мгм.
had been walking on the whole area of the hotel, and had been looking our eldest son.
Мгм.
And then he found the bunch of mates
Okay.
in the lobbies, and they had been playing with the game named Mafia.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And we так, спрятались.
Hide, hid.
We hid.
Hide, hid.
We hid after the corner.
Behind the corner.
Behind the corner, and so we had been sitting in the sofa very
Quietly, yes.
very quietly,
Uh-huh.
and had been listening
Mhm.
their play.
Uh-huh.
But fortunately, it was only the play, and this bunch of mates didn't decide to climb anything, and didn't think
Mhm.
and didn't create
Uh-huh.
any forbidden action.
Okay, okay. Wow, I do understand that it is tricky. On one hand, you really need to give a child some freedom, yes. But on the other hand, you never know what can a bunch of mates, yes, create, what kind of ideas may come to their mind.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And the every evening, Dima informed us
mhm,
about any accident
mhm.
that had произошел,
Happened, that had happened, yes.
happened in the
Huh?
day.
Okay.
For example, так, подрался. He
Oh, fight, fought,
fighted,
fought. So fight, fought.
fought with any boy, or any Turkish man crossed him. I don't remember about it.
Yes,
So
got cross. Any Turkish man got cross. Okay.
got cross.
Right.
So it was awful.
All right. But such an experience for your son, Yekaterin, definitely. Yes.
Yes, and his
Oh,
parents.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, I would like to correct a little bit your past perfect continuous forms. For example, прежде чем мы его нашли, вот он past simple, до этого мы ходили и искали его по всей территории отеля. So, before we... Try it again, please, yeah?
Before we found him,
Mm-hmm.
we had been
Yes.
looking for
Uh-huh. Yes.
looking him.
Yes.
Как
Там,
же так?
например, around the hotel, yeah?
Around the hotel.
Окей, very good. Когда мы его нашли, они играли в мафию. Вот смотрите, это не past perfect, это они были в процессе, поэтому лучше всего past continuous.
Мгм. They were playing.
Play.
When we had found him,
Или даже past simple. When we found him.
They were playing.
Exactly. Wonderful. Very, very good. Yekaterin, really nice forms, right? And it's always great to hear some new, yes, vocabulary, yes, some new words and phrases. Excellent, excellent work. Okay, let's go on. And here we'll work a little bit with vocabulary that we learned. And it was memory vocabulary, yes? We had different words like remember, memorize, recall, and so on, yes? First of all, I will ask you to look here at the questions yourself very quickly, yes? Just 20 seconds. And then we will choose together the right words. Look, if you remember them all, maybe some of them you can't recall.
Мгм.
Mm.
Мгм.
Good. Now let's ask and answer these questions. You'll start to ask me the questions and then I will ask you. Start with the
Mhm.
first one.
When did you last meet somebody who reminded you of somebody else?
Okay, very good. Yes. I'm not sure about a person, but I will tell you about a place. Okay, not a person, but a place. So at the weekend, I went to a city next to Berlin. The city is called Potsdam. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
Yes, right? So it's very close to Berlin.
Mhm.
And there, me and my friends and my husband, we went for a walk in some old district. And this district definitely reminded me of Kaliningrad. The streets, the houses, they look absolutely identical. Yes, and my friend, she also comes from Kaliningrad. And we were just amazed how similar the streets look. Yes, so the old part of Kaliningrad and the streets in Potsdam in the old part, absolutely the same. Yes, so it was such a strange feeling, but also very nice feeling. Yeah.
But it is very logical
Yes.
because Kaliningrad бывший.
Ex.
Да, ex German city. Of course, we We visited Emalinau in
Mhm.
Kaliningrad. Of course,
Yes.
it is only a Germany district.
That's
German.
true. But it was a little bit strange because Berlin is a little different. There is a mix of everything, but Potsdam, there are districts which consist of only old streets, and these narrow streets. So, yeah, some of them looked totally the same, and it was really cool. Yes. Architecture is the same, which is clear, yes, and the same roads, made of bricks.
It is
Yes,
very interesting.
it is, yes. Okay, Yekaterina, and when did you last meet somebody who reminded you of someone else? Or maybe you can also tell me about the place if you like.
I think it is difficult. I don't recall about person or the place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No? Okay, okay. Yes, no problem. Let's look at the next one.
Margarita, do you have any memory of
Mhm.
your first few weeks of primary school?
To be honest, not much. Yes, not much. I just remember talking to my neighbor, yes, and it was a girl. Her name was Anne, and I remember we talked during the breaks, and we became very good friends in the first weeks of primary school. But I don't remember much about it, to be honest. What about you, Yekaterina? Do you have any memory of your first few weeks of primary school?
I think I have, можно сказать так, a lot of memory.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of memory on my primary school.
Mm-hmm.
I was very small, about my size. I was
Yeah.
very small girl. And I think I afraid.
I was
I
afraid
was
of.
afraid of something.
Uh-huh.
I don't recall what exactly,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but I was afraid, and in the breaks I was sitting on my table, чуть забыла как парта.
At my desk.
At my desk, and did not walk with the friends, and
Mhm.
I have the photo from these days.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting on the desk, and my face is sad and
Uh-huh.
afraid. Нет,
Yeah.
испуганная, как
Scary.
испуганная.
Yeah, afraid. I
Scary.
look afraid. I would say I look afraid.
I look afraid and sad, and I have the huge bump.
A bow.
Bow.
Bow. Mm-hmm.
And the huge bow on my head.
Okay. So this was really new, yes, new place for you and new situation, right? Yes, of course, for little children, sometimes it's quite stressful, yes, to go to school for the first time, right? Okay, Ekaterina, have a look. We usually use the preposition at when we speak about desk and table. Sit at the desk, sit at the
The desk.
table. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
at. Okay, good. So how about number 3?
How many of your passwords have you
Mm-hmm.
memorized?
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Yes. So, all my bank cards and credit cards have the same password because otherwise I forget. And all my social media pages also have the same passwords because it's difficult to create and remember a new password every time. So yes, it's not difficult for me to memorize the passwords because they are all the same. How
I
about
see,
you?
understand you. Of
Yes.
course,
How about
I recall a password from cards,
Mhm.
but another passwords, social nets, social nets, and mail. And it is very difficult for me, and I write it into the special copybook. But when I need to change it because of any circumstances, I immediately forget about it, and then I forget to change in the copybook this password. So my passwords, it is the very significant problems for me.
A disaster, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so me personally, I solved it in only way that they are all the same. Yes, this is the only thing that helps me. Right. Okay, Yekaterin, how about the fourth? Check out the question for me.
Do you recall the name of your first teacher?
Yes, definitely. Her name was Inna Ivanovna. And she was actually a very nice teacher. She was very motivating. She was very encouraging, kind, and fair. So I really liked her because she wasn't boring and she wasn't, let's say, strict very much. So that was the brilliant first teacher. Yes, I liked her very, very much. What about you? Do you recall the name of your first teacher?
Of course, I recall. She is she named Galina Ivanovna, and she was not so kind. I think she was very strict, but in the first school, we visited a lot of interesting places. We had several trips.
Trips, okay. Hikes, I don't know, campings, смотря что делали.
Trips and campings and traveling to the museums and another interesting places. So, and then we так, перешли. Когда перешли в другие классы.
Yes, we went to secondary school, yeah.
We went to secondary school. It was так, разочарование.
Can you remember it? It starts with disappointed.
We were very disappointed because the next teacher was very old and she didn't want to go any places, museums, excursions. She didn't want. She want nothing.
No, she wanted nothing. Just leave me alone. Yes.
Yes, and she was more strict than the first teacher.
Oh, I see. Okay, very nice. Yeah, so the first teacher is always memorable, yes, or maybe the most memorable. Good. What about fifth question?
If people visit your home city for the first time, what should they bear in mind?
Very good, very good. So I think if people visit Kaliningrad for the first time, they should definitely bear in mind our changeable weather. Yes, you always need to have an umbrella, sunglasses, and some warm jacket with you, because the weather can change just in a every second. Yeah, that is why you need to bear it in mind. Yeah. Right.
Maybe then when we came to Kaliningrad, it was we were very lucky about the weather. It was very warm and sunny. The weather is fine.
Right. Yekaterina, you were definitely lucky because, I mean, it can be really changeable. Yes. If you look out of your window in the morning and the sun is shining, it means nothing. Yes. It really
Mhm.
means nothing. So, yeah, the weather is very changeable. Okay. And what do you think about your home city or hometown?
Mm, I don't know. I think when people visit Vladimir,
Mhm,
they should bear in mind that Vladimir had a very nice historical center, and they should visit it,
mhm,
and they should get excursion with the guide
mhm,
and visited the cathedrals and
mhm,
churches
mhm.
uh, and our wonderful parks and так, площадки, grounds
Right.
maybe.
Okay, okay, fine. That's good. That's good. All right, take the next one.
What is the most memorable scene from any movie you've seen?
Oh, this is such a difficult question every time for me. I don't know. I've seen so many films and so many movies. What is the most memorable? That's difficult to say. Okay, but I think for everyone, the most memorable scene is from the film Titanic, where
Mhm.
Leo and Kate are standing, yes, on the very front of the ship,
Mhm.
and this famous song is being played, right? So everyone can recognize it.
Of course,
Uh,
it is the one. It is a wonderful scene. I
yes, it
agree.
is, isn't it? Right. What would you say? What's the most memorable scene
Mm,
from the movie you've seen?
yesterday, I saw the film "My Girl is the Monster"
All
with
right.
Anne Hathaway. Very
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Uh, in in this film,
Mm-hmm.
in Seoul, the monster appeared,
Uh-huh.
and it was fantastic,
Uh-huh.
and it was a disaster, an accident. They were shocked, but
Okay.
the girl who lived in USA, I think,
Uh-huh.
realized that when she went to the ground floor
Mm-hmm.
and began to move. And in Seoul, this monster appeared
Oh,
and began to move with the same movies or
uh-huh.
actions.
No, with the
Uh,
same moves, да, такими же
with the
движениями,
same
moves.
moves.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed it to his friend,
Uh-huh.
and these friends were looking to the screen, laptop or phones, and the girl was staying on the ground floor, and when she left her arms, and the monster left his arm too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you
So,
mean left the arms?
ой, нет, не left, поднимать, lift,
Lifted.
lift,
Lifted. Okay.
yes,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
lifted. So then she fell on the ground, and
Mm.
the monster fell on the city, and a lot of people dead.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how this movie finished.
Ah, you don't know.
I
Didn't you watch it till the end?
no. I hope it was the happy end.
Well, I think so, yeah, because most of these films have the happy end. Yes, these blockbusters, American blockbusters.
Mhm.
When you described it, I recall it a little bit. Yes, I don't know whether it was this film that I watched before or something similar. Yes, but there are many, yes, films with similar plot. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Did you generally like the film?
I don't know. I like the actress Anne Hathaway, and because of this actress, I saw it.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's amazing, I think, but no
Yeah.
more.
Okay, okay. Amusing, a bit amusing, right? Good. Okay, lovely. Ekaterina, the next part is also dedicated to vocabulary, yes? And what is here? We need to remember different adjectives that can describe these people. Some letters are given here to help you a bit, yes? You can see that not always the first letters are given, yes? Again, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, look at the sentences, think what adjectives are missing, and then we will do it together. All right?
All right. I memorized, but
Uh-huh.
not all.
Not all. Okay, I will help you probably. Good. Have a look at the first one. Yes, Jane's new. Mm-hmm.
Jane's new to the job and doesn't know much about it
Okay.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Unexpectable.
So when a person knows a lot about the job and has worked in the job for a long time, what kind of person is it? You've got a lot of,
Expert.
huh?
Expert.
Yes, expert, it's good, okay. And you've got a lot of опыта.
А, Господи. Нет, не челлендж. Я заклинила.
Yes, so experience– это опыт, а она тут неопытная.
Unexperienced.
Ну, почти. Inexperienced. Yes,
Inexperienced.
inexperienced. And ed for an adjective, yes? So inexperienced. Okay, not bad. Right, try number 2.
The brothers always want to do better than each other.
Mhm.
Competitive.
Very good. They are competitive. Lovely. All right.
Tom never listens to advice. He does things his way.
Mhm.
Stubborn.
Stubborn. Very good. Okay.
Jules pretty sure she will do well in her exam.
Мгм.
Co-
Мгм. Уверенная в себе она. Ага.
Confident.
Yes, very good. Confident. Yes. All right. The fifth.
Nobody knows that Zeus will do next.
Okay.
Unpredictable.
Very good. Unpredictable. Yes, go on.
John will listen to other points of view.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay. Reasonable. Yes.
Reasonable.
Mm, good. Because of reason, yes, he will listen to points of view, so he's reasonable. Mm, good.
Nothing's going to stop Leo from getting what he wants.
Mm-hmm. But this is a positive one. Такой
Positive.
целеустремленный. Как?
The
М. Okay, I'll help you. Determined.
determined.
Determined. Yes, but that is good because we had stubborn here. Yes, that is a negative one. He never would listen to advice or change his opinion. But determined is good. Nothing will stop him. He knows what he wants. Good. And number 8.
Julie is often quiet and serious.
Uh-huh.
Thoughtful.
Thoughtful. Okay, brilliant, brilliant. So, Ekaterina, yes, we've got determined to remember. Yes, determined. Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Unpredictable. We had confident. We had okay. Inexperienced also.
Inexperienced.
Inexperienced. Yes. Okay. We have here 4. Oops. We had here 8 words. I'm sorry. Yes. I'd like you to choose 4 of these adjectives, right? And think of people you know who can be described with the help of these adjectives. Yes. Please don't write the sentences. Write, for example, Maria, determined. Alex, I don't know, stubborn, and so on. Okay? Just short notes.
Okay.
Yes, all right. So tell me about the people you've chosen.
When we ask our son to finish the playing on computer, he is very stubborn and doesn't listen us.
Listen to us,
To
yeah.
us.
Very good. Ekaterina, do you actually limit the amount of hours that your son plays computer games? The number.
Of course. We try that the limit is at 10 o'clock in the evening, but it is very difficult. And now he is holidays, and he asks us about cancel the limit, but we are we stubborn to
Yes, you're also stubborn, right?
yes, and don't cancel it.
No, I see. Okay, okay, very good. I think it's not too good, yes, if they play unlimited amount of hours,
Yes.
yes, that can end up, yes, with some addiction, right? So, good. What's your next adjective and person?
I think our director in the gastro department in Tfamin Clinic
Mhm.
is very reasonable.
Okay, why is that?
It is very pleasant to work with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he listened to us with any problem and with our point of view.
Okay, that's so important. Is it he or she once again?
Oh, she.
She.
I spoke about he. She.
No, I just didn't catch it. And she listen or she listens?
She listens.
Listens to us. Very good. Brilliant. Okay, lovely. That's good point. Go on.
Uh, when uh, oh, when I learned in institute and prepared with exams, I
Mhm.
tried to prepare very carefully.
Uh-huh.
So I was very confident in
Mm.
the exams.
Okay, okay. Yekaterina, did you pass all your exams from the first time?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, right? Okay. I had to retake two of my exams at university. I remember I had to retake Latin because it was super difficult, right? And our teacher was also very, very strict. It was a man, an old man, who thought, yes, we have to know everything. So Latin was extremely difficult. And I also had to retake English so the history of English language, yes, also because the amount of information was so big, and the teacher offered me a Mark 3, but I
Mhm.
refused and said I will come again. Yes, so I had to retake two exams.
I
Yes.
see. But now it is not significant.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's still the background knowledge. Yes, it is background knowledge and it is your ability to learn the material, yes, to analyze and so on. And sometimes I still need this knowledge. Yes, maybe Latin not so much, yes, but the history of language, yes, sometimes. Right.
Yes,
Okay,
I
good. Go
understand.
on.
But when I graduated the institute and came to work in the hospital, of course, I was very unexperienced.
Inexperienced.
Inex Inexperienced.
Yes, right, right, right. And did you have a mentor or anyone who would help you working the first years or the first months, maybe? I don't know.
Mm. Yes, but not in every mm, specialities.
Mhm.
When we had как там понять типа интернатуры, стажировка,
Internship.
internship,
Mhm.
we were working in different departments in
Mhm.
the hospital. In and Not every directors
Mhm.
departments was our mentors,
Uh,
and it was directors very formal and not reasonable,
Not
but
supportive, yes. Not
yes, yeah, not
supporting.
but some directors were very mhm, very reasonable and friendly and
Mhm.
ready to share the
Oh,
knowledge.
yes, this is good. This is good. Very nice. Okay, who's the next person in your list?
It's four.
That's 4. Okay, I just didn't count. Okay, lovely. Yekaterina, that was great. Yes, and we remembered some adjectives as well. Once again, experienced. What's the opposite one?
Inexperienced.
Inexperienced. Very good. How do you call a person who would never change their opinion?
Stubborn.
Stubborn. Very good. How do you call a person who would always go and achieve his or her aims? Nothing will stop this person.
Determined.
Determined. Very good. When you know what you are doing, when you know the information, you are not scared, you feel, or you are
Confident.
confident. Well done. Yes. How do you call a person who is quiet and serious?
Thoughtful.
Thoughtful. Okay. Brilliant. Very, very good. Okay. So then, Yekaterina, as a homework, I would actually recommend you to check out some next activities, right? From 4 to 7. We will come back to them next time. Yes, but it might be not a bad idea to look through them, yes, as a homework. I'm going to text all the information. Check it out, yes, and yeah, and be ready to revise this next part next time. All right?
Okay, I will try.
Yes, okay. Then have a good evening today, yes, and see you in a week.
Thank you.